I don't want any water. I don't want any juice. I'll tell you what I really want. Just shut up and give me my whiskey! 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 In a hammock. Whiskey in a hammock.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Whiskey in a Hammock. I'm Eric.
And I'm Chris.
And obviously you can tell that we've kind of changed the scenery here a little bit. We went back to the roots of our first couple videos, right?
Yeah. You know, was it 3 and 4? I think we did.
Yeah.
The river.
We're back here in the thick of it.
A little bit
bearing
windy,
the
so
winds.
yeah. Hopefully you can hear us because
Right.
it's very windy today.
Yep. Today we are reviewing
Metaxa 7.
Metaxa 7, which was sent to us by a family member who's also a big fan.
Big whiskey fan.
Yep.
He said it was something different, and it's technically not whiskey, but we had to give it a try.
And I think the reason he loves it so much is because, one of the reasons he loves it so much, his name is Dan, by the way, Dan and Aunt Janet, thank you very much, is because it's of its own entity, like it's its own thing.
Yep.
So even though it's not a whiskey, we're going to give it a shot like we would a normal whiskey.
Yep.
And
review it the same way.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Metaxa 7. They have what? How many different?
I think they got like 6 or 7 of them. They got Metaxa 5, 7, 12, Grand Fine, Private Reserve, Angel's Treasure.
Yeah, Angel's Treasure.
And then a Cask 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yep.
So they got quite a few different varieties of
Metaxa.
whatever this
Greek liquor
is, which there's nothing else out there like it. So we're excited.
Yes.
But 5-star, 7-star, and then, like he said, it's basically just the years in which it's aged. And we'll get into that a little later. But,
well, let's pour it out.
Yeah, let's give it a go. You do the honors, sir. So is it, oh, that's the color of it. I didn't know if it was.
Yep. Because it's same thing. It's still aged in oak casks.
Yeah.
Now they're.
It is. It's a whole story. It's a whole story.
It's toasted, but not charred.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. So, okay. So Metaxa 7 was basically brought to us by a gentleman named Spiros.
Yes.
Spiros Metaxa.
Yep.
And he was tired of
the
harshness
of the liquor of the day back in the 1800s.
1800s. Y'all, this is from 1888. Well, not this one specifically, but the brand itself is from 1888. And Spiros was in trade.
A merchant.
And he traveled the world and he got tired of drinking the same crap that was too harsh.
Yep. He wanted something that was had a bite to it, but it tasted smooth.
Yeah.
Had a good taste to it.
Right.
And you weren't breathing fire afterwards.
Right. Which I'm down with. Apparently this is made. Well, we'll get into that in a minute.
Okay.
Let's. You want to give it a little jump here?
Yeah.
Cheers, brother. Oh. That's different.
Well, it's not a whiskey. So.
Smells good though. It smells like plums. You smell plums? I smell plums.
Yeah. No, I definitely fruity. Smell plums. I can smell plums.
It's not hard. It's not at all what I was expecting. It's something.
I didn't think it was going to be as having what's the proof on it?
I thought it was going to be more wine-like.
Well, I mean, but that's the difference. So, what is Metaxa made out of? What is it from?
Metaxa is made from Muscat Wines.
Right.
From the island of Samos, in Greece.
Yep.
And it's aged with distillates.
Yep, of wine.
And botanicals.
So, and that's what makes it different, is that, at first it was introduced as cognac based, or marketed as a cognac, until 1936, and they're like, no.
Something like that, yeah.
Yep, not a cognac.
Can't call it a cognac, because it's technically not a cognac.
Because just like bourbon has to be made, in the United States.
But yeah, so it's It's not a cognac.
Right. Oh well, you know, and
Which
also
is what it started as.
and the other thing that's different also is that the botanicals, the Mediterranean botanicals that they add to it.
It's like flowers and stuff. Flowers and spices and stuff.
Well, the rose petals is the only one that they will tell you what it is because they said it's evident. You should be able to taste it. And when they bring it into the distillery,
Yeah.
they can't hide it because everybody can smell it.
Right.
But
Makes sense.
the rest of the ingredients are a secret.
So they're
Super secret.
Since 1888. Y'all, that was a long time ago. They've had 5 distillers.
Yep.
5 distillers.
Yep.
Since 1888.
And he's trusted with it. And he said, like in an interview, that only him and a manager know what the recipe is, and it is written down just in case he gets amnesia.
Just in case. So, what'd you think though?
I liked it. It was it's different, but it still has more of a kick than I thought. You know,
Yeah.
it's 40% alcohol, 80 proof, so it still has something to it.
But it's good though. It's good. I'm excited to try it with a little ice. Should we jab a little? You know, it said like 1 ice cube, right?
Yeah.
On the
Yes.
process that we did, it said 1 ice cube. Coronavirus and all. I don't want to mess your ice up.
Too late.
So, we're gonna
Do a brief history.
do a brief history on this guy.
On
Well,
Metaxa?
on Metaxa and Spiros.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of covered some of it.
Right.
So, like you said earlier, Spiros Metaxa was he grew up in a silk trading family.
And you know what? That's what Metaxa means in Greek. So.
I did not know that. So you learned something. He decided that he wanted to, get in the business of trading and.
Well, and he said that he took a chance, and over years of like trying to make something that was different.
Yeah.
Came up with this in 1888. So him and his brother built a distillery in Piraeus.
Yeah. That's crazy. Are we gonna drink this? No, I'm just kidding. So Metaxa. Okay, so they found this coin in what? 400 BC?
Well, no, they found it in 1888, but it's from
it's from 400 something BC.
480 BC. Yeah.
They found it in 1888.
Yep.
And this stuff took until the year 1900 to get to the United States.
Well, 1900 became the United States, but by the first couple of years, it already made King George of Greece. He liked it so much that they made it, so they became the royal court supplier.
Oh wow!
So
you're a big deal if you're like a king supplier.
Well, so immediately it was known as an elitist, expensive drink.
Well, that's why we're drinking it.
Of course.
Because clearly we're elites.
Yeah.
Snobs now.
Yeah.
So deal with that. Snobs.
Everybody out there.
Right, man. So, and then in 1968, they moved from Piraeus to just outside of Athens, a little suburb of Athens.
Yep.
And they moved their cellars and the distilling and everything. They moved it to just outside Athens. And that's where they are today, still.
Yeah. They took Kifisa, Greece. So they moved northwest, huge distillery, and it's the only one that produces Metaxa. So in 1888, it became so popular within like 5-10 years, they opened up distilleries in 4 other cities.
Oh, no kidding.
I think a couple other continents. But today, it's only produced in one distillery.
One distillery.
In Greece. So it's the only place it's made.
It's traveled a long way to get to us.
And so who owns it right now? So the House of Metaxa makes it, but it's actually owned by Remy Cointreau.
Remy Cointreau. He's the owner.
Well, their company.
Okay. He's a boss.
Well, yeah.
Still doing his thing.
What's Remy famous for?
Oh, the
cognac.
Brandy. Oh, yeah. I think I saw a Formula 1 car with that on it.
You probably
Remy?
did. Yeah.
Probably. What else you got for whiskey history on this tasty little beverage?
Well, like we said before, at first it was marketed as a cognac, and then they changed the rules, or they just like bourbon. So they're like, okay,
figured it out.
Right? This is what cognac is. So so technically it's not a cognac. So they're like, all right, then it's a brandy.
Which I understand. I still think it's a brandy.
So in 1987, they actually defined what brandy is. So when they defined what brandy is, they basically told Metaxa, like, if you take the wine out, if you take the wine out, and they're like, no, that's what it is. That's what it is. So they're like, no, we're not going to take it out. So they're like, well, then you can't call it a brandy anymore. So they're like, okay, fine. Now, they've been around since 1888. So like, It's our own thing.
Yeah, they're on their own. There's no other one like it.
Nope.
I dig it.
All right, well, let's
Standing alone. Cheers to doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Little ice melt. See if it changes anything. Still smells like plums to me.
Well, it's very fruity.
Changes it. I gotta be honest, it's not one of my favorites. I don't know if I really like it.
See, it's different. I think if you come at it with an open mind, I can that time I can taste the grape in there.
Mm-hmm.
I can taste plum. I think maybe that's put it in my head.
Right.
But grape, plum, and it's definitely I can taste more fruit flavors with ice added to it. What do you think? Do you breathe out your
I don't
nose?
know. It's
Take a sip, breathe out your
different.
nose. You see if it's like
I mean, it's not okay. I shouldn't say I don't like it. It's not bad.
Well, like you said, in the 1900s came to the United States, and the United States, Americans liked it.
Yeah.
And it became like a staple for, well, I think exactly what you said, after dinner parties.
Right.
People would break out the Metaxa and pour, so it was like, something to sip on after dinner.
Yeah,
Chill
shut
out
up.
with
your
friends.
cheesecake. I don't know. I don't know. We're elitists now, right? Since we're drinking this, isn't that what cheese?
Did you bring cheesecake?
Yeah. Yep. Sure did. Yep. Just right in the fridge. I was gonna mention Constantinos
Oh,
Ruptis.
Reptis?
No, Reptis.
Yep.
Who is we mentioned it earlier.
Yep.
And he is the
Metaxa
fifth
master.
Metaxa master in the history of Metaxa.
Yep.
Like we said earlier, it was from 1888. So, I mean, the turnover rate for that place is, good luck.
Right.
Good luck getting that job.
Yes. So once they age the wine and it distillates, then they put it in a barrel.
Yep.
So they
And they're
blend it.
separate barrels.
Yes. But when they blend it,
Yeah.
when they put it together, it's blended at 6 degrees below zero for almost a week, and then let it rest outside for 3 to 4 weeks in a barrel.
Wow. I wonder what that does. Why?
That's
I
part
don't
of the
know.
process.
That's just their process, I guess.
Yeah.
Like one guy, I can tell you what happened. So the guy, like number third, the third Metaxa master had a little too much Metaxa, forgot that he left a barrel outside during the winter.
Like, oh,
I was
crap.
like, oh crap, and then brought it inside, and they're like, well, that barrel actually turned out pretty good. So now we're just gonna leave it out. Now we're gonna put it at 6 degrees below zero?
Yeah. And once they age it in their cellars, they're 1,000-gallon barrels.
I saw
Huge.
it. When I looked
Huge
it up
ass
online,
barrels.
they're gigantic. They're really cool looking barrels.
Now, the other interesting thing is when they, because it's in their cellars,
Mm-hmm.
so they said there's like little to no angel share.
Which is strange. I wonder
Right.
why that is.
Well, because of the humid conditions and the way how deep the cellars are, that the dry heat draws out the water, and it means that it leaves more of the spirits in it and intensifies the alcohol flavor.
I just assumed that their angels, whatever.
Well, the angel's treasure, right?
Angel's treasure was the angel share.
And the two most sought after ones, or the highest ones, are the N,
Yep.
cask 1 and cask 2.
Cask
They
1
have
and cask 2.
4 casks from the 4 masters. One called Spiros,
Mhm.
Despina, Elias, and Alexandros. So the 4
And that-
people that started it, they still have those
Right,
barrels
those barrels.
from
Yeah.
Piraeus.
And they were 20, and then the cask 1 was 120 years old in 2018,
Yeah.
and then the cask 2 was 130 years old in 2008, and they only sell
Very limited bottles.
very limited bottles.
If-
And that was actually one. Didn't they win some awards?
Well, they won the 12-star won the IWSC, which is the International Wine and Spirit Competition,
Yeah.
the silver and bronze medals.
Okay. Oh, so cask 1 and cask 2 didn't.
I don't know if it was put in a competition. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, that might be one of the things you just kind of like.
Well, I mean that it doesn't need it. It's in a
Yeah.
league of its own.
Yeah. So they were drinking a 130-year-old bottle of Metaxa.
Yeah, and that's so obviously it's
That's
sold
incredible.
out. Can't find it anywhere. But
Right.
if you want a bottle, about $1,500.
So if you want to help sponsor Whiskey in a Hammock, you can just send us one of those bottles.
That would be great.
Yeah.
And we can compare, contrast with Metaxa set.
Right. And we'll keep it at my house.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe not.
So, right. You want to jump into whiskey news?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go to whiskey news.
So, with whiskey news, we're actually getting back into the whiskey game here a little bit. And this is something that we've just kind of started to learn about also.
Yeah. About American bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, brands coming out and saying that they're producing the whole process,
right?
Or they're saying like that they distill it.
Like, they're distilling it, they're aging it, they're
so they're doing everything on their own, or where they're getting their ingredients from or water from.
Right.
And they're saying that they're kind of stretching the truth a little bit.
They are, because they get a lot of these companies when they first start out, they don't want to wait, 5 years, 2 years for the bourbon to be aged. So they go to a company, MGP,
yep,
which a lot of people do.
Yeah.
When they're first starting out, and there's some craft distilleries that don't.
Well, I mean, Chattanooga whiskey.
Chattanooga whiskey.
They went to MGP.
Yep.
Same thing. They got started out, but I mean,
there's nothing wrong with it.
Right. Don't mislead you, because you go to MGP and you get to select what you want, and
it's still yours.
Right.
They just do it for you right away.
And they say the same thing. That some people can get the same distillate, or and they age it themselves, and some people obviously do a better job than others.
Right.
They can call it their own.
No.
But some people just aren't transparent about, or some companies aren't transparent about where it comes from.
And a lot of these companies, I mean, there used to be only like 100 nationwide.
Yeah.
And now there's what, 1,400?
Yeah.
So you go from 100 to 1,400. First of all, MGP's killing it.
Well,
have to be.
Right. This is the consumer demand just obviously spiked. It's gone up, and you guys know that.
Right.
Obviously, bourbon and whiskey is hot.
Yeah.
Hot right now.
And I don't know. I'm really torn, because I like the fact that a company like Chattanooga, which is one of my favorites, which I've said before.
Yeah.
Started with MGP, and now they make their own. I mean, they've been in the game long enough now where we're drinking their product.
Yep.
And there's others that don't, and I kind of dig that too.
Sure.
You know how they're like, no, we're gonna do our own from the get-go. So they make bourbon, or they make vodkas and gins to kind of get the ball rolling, to help them
Whiskey Acres
financially get rolling. Whiskey Acres is one that we did.
Yep, that's what they did in order to get rolling.
Yeah, which I think that's cool too. But I think he was complaining about, I don't think this guy who wrote the article cared that they were using MGP to get going.
Nope.
But he cared that they were
misleading people
to say that MGP wasn't involved.
Well,
or that they were doing it from the get-go on their own.
Yep.
Which that I kind of...
Well, I think that's what bourbon drinkers, whiskey drinkers, that's what they want to know. Is like, they don't have to, necessarily care if you do it all on your own. But if you're transparent about it, like, hey, yeah, we got it from here.
Yeah.
We did this part, or we, aged it, or we, did this to it.
Yeah. Just be upfront and honest.
And I think people appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Being lied to.
Mm-hmm. We have one coming up that didn't use MGP or anything. They just did their own. Yeah. It's a teaser. That's what in the business we call it, teaser, folks. That we got coming up that didn't use MGP or didn't get their stuff made, and they, did their time, and now it's out there. But like I said, that is no bearing. If it's out there, I'm gonna drink it. I don't care where it came from. If it's good, we're gonna drink it.
Right, and I think that's that's part of it.
Be honest.
Right. Be honest, and if it's a good product, it's a good product. If it comes from MGP, or if you distill it yourself, if it's a good product, it's going to speak for itself.
Right. Exactly. Or you have people like, isn't Jefferson's another one that they don't?
No. Yeah.
They don't.
Nope.
Distill their own stuff.
Nope, they don't.
They just float it around in a boat for a while and then bring it back. Say that. Yeah.
Be straight up.
Yeah. Be clear about it. Because if it's good, people are going to drink it anyway. So don't. Eventually you'll get your own stuff going on, or you won't, even if you choose not to go that route. Whatever, just throw it out there for the masses.
Yeah.
If it's good, we'll drink it. Pretty simple,
just
right?
Just like Metaxa.
Just like Metaxa.
Right?
If it's good, we'll drink it. Here we go. Speaking of which, so now there's a full melt.
All right.
Full melt.
Full melt. Let's do it.
It still smells the same. It doesn't. I don't think it really waters down a lot. That was better. That was much better. So
Reading out,
everything I just said was a lie. Because it definitely is watered down.
yeah, oh yeah, definitely watered down.
It
And
tastes a lot better.
reading out that last one with
Yeah.
that watered down, I don't know if it's in my head, but I can rose petals,
I don't get roses, but I definitely get fruit.
fruit. Well, I get something other than fruit in that last one. I did.
I kind of got a little rose on that. Also, it's probably just because he said it. I don't know.
But like I said, I tasted something a little bit different on the back end on the last one. On the
Definitely much better with a full melt, in my opinion. The first one was, it was weird because it wasn't hot.
finish. No.
It just,
It
I don't know,
wasn't-
it took me by surprise.
Yeah,
I
it wasn't
guess.
hot.
I don't know.
Wasn't
Right.
hot at all.
I don't know. It really was. I mean, it was. I don't know. It's just not what I expected. After the second melt, or after the first ice cube, I don't know. It didn't really change a lot for me. But after the full melt, it definitely changed. Not bad.
Right. So I mean, is this something that you would keep on hand then?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't think I would.
I would. I'd keep it in my
Yeah.
in my bar, liquor cabinet, whatever. Just something different.
Yeah.
I can bring it out. Have something.
Like a hey, try this.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I would. I'll drink yours.
Of course you will.
Right? So what's the price point on something like this?
$30.
$30.
For the 7
And you can buy it at your local
liquor stores.
liquor stores. I mean, can we rank something that's...
Well, it's kind of hard.
Its own thing?
You can't rank it. Like I said, I think other than something that you keep on hand or
Yeah.
something that you like or you drink.
Well, thanks to
Dan?
Dan and Aunt Janet
Yeah.
for sending this guy down here. It was different.
Yep. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time. This is pretty fun.
Right.
Hope you like the new scenery. And tell us what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right, what you like, what you don't like. And we're going to try to get better every video we do. So, smash the like, subscribe, comment. Chris is going to hit us with the motto on the way out. See you next time.
May the wind always sway your hammock. May your glass never go dry.
Deuces.
In a hand.